welcome back to another episode of the Find Your Fuse podcast. Today, we're going to talk about rewiring your brain. We know very, very well that as entrepreneurs, as ambitious women, as humans, if you are stuck in some sort of mindset that you can't get out of it, that is detrimental to every part of your life.
Yep.
So rewiring your brain to make it as efficient, as productive, as happy and joyful as possible will really help you in every aspect.
Your brain can either be your best ally, best friend, or your worst enemy. And that is a hill that I will die on. We want to leave you today with just a fast action, tangible method you can use to start rewiring your brain immediately, today, right now. There's a lot of conversations out there and a lot of content, and we'll put out some too, but about how your mindset affects your reality and how your thoughts can create your reality. I know how it feels to be on the other side of listening to that conversation and going, okay, I believe you. Like, I know I can, but like, how? Give me the how.
I'm stuck.
I'm stuck. Like, yeah. I'm trying to think positive things, but like, it's not working. Here's a how that you can start to implement. And this is just one tool. There are many other things that I think are important to layer and whatnot, but this is just one tool that you can get started with today that will make a difference in your reality and how you live your life.
So let's rewire our brains.
Hey. Okay, so firstly, would you be pissed if you're like, hey, I'm going to call you tomorrow. I have this like really big important thing that I need to talk to you about. I'm calling you at 10 a.m. And 10 a.m. passes. I don't text you. I don't call you. You don't hear from me. I completely ghost you. 10:05 passes. You text me, hey, are you good? What's going on? Nothing. And I'm continuing to move on with my life with no recognition of the fact that I just ditched you.
For one, I'd be pissed that you wouldn't tell me immediately what the exciting thing is instead of scheduling it in my life. And yes, I would probably get on a plane and be like, she's not alive. There's something wrong. Yes, you're right. I text you a zillion times, including gifts of like, yoo-hoo, are you there? And if you don't answer me, then I'm going to your husband. And then if he ignores me, I'm getting on the first flight out.
Correct. But you'd be annoyed and you would feel hurt and you would be like, I would feel ditched and like, am I not important? She couldn't even text me.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah. Okay. How do you feel when you tell yourself, I'm going to go to the gym tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. and then the alarm goes off and with no recognition, you snooze that or you turn it off and you continue on with your day? Do you do that? Have you done it?
I do.
Yes. No shame. I've done it.
I mean, that's a hard one because like in the moment you're like, I'm so tired. I'm doing this for me. It's fine. The gym will be there later, whatever. But later might not ever come, right?
Typically,
I've also been there.
Yeah.
So then I let myself down.
Yeah.
And I hate that.
And that feels shitty.
Is sad. Yeah.
But at the same time, it's one of those moments where you're like, it's just me.
Yep.
It's just me. Yep. No big deal. I'm not letting anyone else down.
Yep. I've done this before. I'm fine.
Like, I'll get to it. It's just me. Like, it's no big deal. Now, if I was going to meet you at the gym at 6 o'clock in the morning and your alarm went off, what would happen?
No, I would be up.
Because you'd be there at 5:58.
Yeah, because I would be letting you down, and that's unacceptable.
Exactly.
Right, to me. So.
Why do we do this? And we all do it.
It's like we're our biggest cheerleaders and our biggest critics, sometimes at the exact same time.
Simultaneously. And it's huge to have this awareness of realizing like, okay, I would never let someone else down in that way. I would be hurt if they ditched me. But why are those same exact emotions not turned around and reflected right back on us? Why do we let ourselves down all the time by not following through with what we're saying we're doing with ourselves? And this is the hack. It's really easy and it's going to sound so stupid, but the mindset shift that happens is when you say something, you have to do it, because the more and more you train your brain to hear you say, I'm going to go to the gym at 6 a.m. and then not, or I'm going to go work at a coffee shop tomorrow and then not, or whatever it might be, big or small. I'm going to cook healthy tomorrow morning and then not, and eat a muffin instead. I mean, I love muffins, so I'm not shaming muffins, but
we love muffins.
Like that you're training your brain. Because you can train your brain for better or worse. In those moments, you are still actively wiring and training your brain, but you're just training your brain not to believe.
Yes.
You're training your brain to not count on yourself. It's hearing,
ouch,
I'm going to do this, but then your brain's like, no, she's not. She never does. She's going to hit snooze. That's her pattern. And there's no shame in
brain.
that.
Ouch.
There's no shame in that. I'm guilty of it. We've all been guilty of it in some way, shape, or form.
So how do you fix this?
So the way you fix this is by narrating your day. It's so easy. So insert your favorite narration TV show, Gossip Girl, How I Met Your Mother, just literally.
The holiday movie when they do it. I love it. It's like my favorite part.
Insert any. And start narrating your day. And it sounds so silly and it's going to feel silly because it's better. You can do it in your head, but I recommend saying it out loud. But here's an example. I'm going to take a sip of that drink.
She is drinking, for those of you who are not watching.
That's it. That's the hack. Do it all day. Do it constantly. It's tiny micro moments. Your brain doesn't care if it's big or small, but the action that happened there was you said something, you said you were going to do it, and then you did it. And your brain goes, huh, okay. And at first, it's not going to matter. At first, nothing in your life is going to change, straight up. It's doing this repetitiously for days, weeks, months. And throughout that time, I'm not going to say it's going to take months for everything to change, but like throughout that time, you are going to start to notice it's not just the small things. You're going to start saying the bigger things and go, I'm going to figure this out. You believe in yourself.
I was going to say, it almost turns like your brain, instead of being your biggest critic, is always your cheerleader then.
Yeah.
Like, you told me you were going to take a drink and you did it. Girl, you told me you were going to go make $10,000 today.
And you did it. The scientific thing that opens up here is we all have reticular activating systems. Reticular activating system is this part of your brain that either distorts, generalizes, or deletes the stimuli coming at you throughout the day. There are millions of pieces of stimuli coming at you, whether it be the fact that I'm noticing that the color of the cabinet across from me is green. I can hear the fairy horn going off, whatever it might be. All of the stimuli, this conversation is stimuli. You cannot possibly consciously take all of the things in the environment at the same time. We can't do it. So our brains are incredible and like, don't worry, we got you, boo-boo. And they distort, delete, or generalize the things that you don't need. The way it deciphers what you do or do not need is by your reticular activating system, and your beliefs influence that. So if you are living a life where you know you don't follow through with the things that you say, and you say, I'm going to make $10,000 this month, but you never follow through with the things you're going to say, your brain is going to miss every opportunity that was always in front of you to actually make those financial milestones or whatever it might be. It doesn't always have to be finances, personal life, business, whatever. And the opposite is true too. If you are someone who follows through with everything you're saying, your brain, when you say these bigger things of, this is going to be the year I go backpack Greece, dope. Your brain is going to start seeing all kinds of Greece related shit or backpacking related shit everywhere, because it's noticing of like, oh shit, she said it. She follows through the things that she says. And
I have to make this happen.
I have to make this happen. So I'm now going to not delete and distort or generalize the stimuli coming at her about Greece or backpacking or things that would be relevant to this situation. No, that is now relevant information that needs to be consciously interpreted versus subconsciously passed through.
And that's probably why we put so much love and time and effort into vision boarding.
Yes.
Because you see it, you make it, you select what those images are, which are powerful.
Important.
And regardless if you make it once and put it away and give it a minute to marinate, your brain still went, those are things, she wants those things.
It's important.
These
make
are
it
important things. Yeah.
You make it important. A good example of the reticular activating system and how it works is right now, without looking around, how many things in this room are red?
The logo
that
on
you
my
can
shirt,
see visually, or
on
you know
my shirt that I know.
But else, like, is there anything red on the counter?
I have no idea.
Yeah. We walked in here, but that hasn't been important to you. You haven't been like, let me clock everything red.
That's true.
And it's because your reticular activating system, it's noticing it because it's stimuli. But it's not somewhere. It's not taking it in.
Yeah.
It's kind of in the same way when you're driving, the stoplight's important to you. The stop sign is important to you. The pedestrian sign coming up is important to you. When you're walking in a park away from the street to where you can still technically see all of it, but it's not like super close and it's not relevant because you're playing in the park, you're not walking on the street. Though that same stoplight, stop sign, and pedestrian walk that was really important to you 30 minutes prior because you were driving through that intersection is no longer being filtered in the same way because it's no longer important. You don't need that information right now playing softball in the park or reading a book.
That's fascinating. Yeah. Even like, oh, I drive by X every single day and you don't notice it.
Yeah.
Like that could be the same of like trees. Really anything that's like in your view ever that you're like, wow, I have driven by. This is my way home from work every single day. I never noticed that they had a rose bush in their front yard.
But maybe earlier in that day, you were saying, oh, I wish my husband would bring me home roses more. So then you notice every damn rose on the way home.
Literally. That's wild. Brains are crazy.
Brains are crazy.
So rewiring it, to wrap up, is
narrating your day. That is one way to start, to just build that self-trust with yourself and just have this moment of follow through where you say, I'm going to do this thing and you do this thing. And that is literally it. That is how simple it is. If you start doing that and you do it consistently, you will start to change your life because you will start to trust yourself. And if you don't have trust with yourself, you are not going to get where you want to go in life. And I say that with so much love.
Yeah.
You have to trust yourself first because at the end of the day,
you're the one carrying yourself there.
You're the one carrying yourself there. You're going to have to do the shit. You can't, no one else is going to do it for you. People aren't going to hand you your dreams on a silver platter. You got to do it you got to work for it. You got to follow through.
Mhm.
So building self-trust to believe the things that you say, and then taking the action to do the things that you say, and changing your brain to understand that that is how you work, will change your life.
Amazing. Amazing. And I can't wait for people to really put this in action and let us know how it's working for them. Please keep us posted.
Yeah.
Tag us at Find Your Fuse on Instagram. Comment on this video on YouTube. Leave us a review on all things podcast platforms. And we will see you next time.
I love you.
Bye.
Thank you so much for listening to today's episode. We have new episodes coming out every Thursday, so we will catch you in one of the next ones.
And please take some time, follow us on @FindYourFuse or email us at info@findyourfuse.com for all inquiries and all exciting things that you want to chat with us about. We love building this community and we love you. Take some time and leave a review. Anything above 5 stars, we'd love it. But really, we appreciate you and we appreciate your feedback in any form, because the more feedback we can get, the better we'll get.
Okay, love you. Bye.